Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty between Moscow and Washington has cleared a crucial stage in the ratification process. The U.S. Senate has now agreed to debate the deal, which could see the nuclear arsenals of both countries cut by a third. The document, known as START, still faces obstacles from Republican senators who say they're threatening to delay its approval. RT's Guy Chikian has the details from Washington.
It's been a long way to the Senate floor, but the treaty has made it. The debate, which started today on Wednesday, will continue during the next few days. And as the Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid said, senators are expected to vote on the New START treaty this Sunday. But I have to say, at the beginning of this Wednesday, just before senators finally announced they're taking the treaty up for debate, the whole thing was hanging by a thread. We had heard some Republican senators wanted a full reading of the text of the treaty, which alone could take at least 12 hours. That's considering the treaty had been available to every member of the Senate and the public for more than 8 months. That could have derailed the vote. But the debate started, and those Republicans' outcries were not heard, obviously. It's amazing how much uncertainty there has been around the START treaty ratification. One can barely understand why, considering all the tremendous support that the New START has received over the last 8 months of meticulous hearings. The country's military top officials, former and present, they all said it's a win-win treaty. And yet it could be bogged down, not in its substance, but in politics of the day, in behind-the-scene bargaining on Capitol Hill, which has really nothing to do with the content of the treaty. And the outcome of this political game will show itself in the next couple of days.
First and foremost, obviously, if we are truly committed to a non-nuclear Iran, for the United States to turn away from reducing weapons with Russia in a way that sends a message to them about our bona fides and clean hands in this effort, it would be a tragedy if we didn't take this opportunity in order to strengthen the President's and the West's and the United Nations and others' hands in trying to deal with this increasingly threatening issue.
Republicans' favorite argument against ratifying the treaty in this congressional session was this. The old treaty expired almost a year ago, and nothing terrible happened. We're not in Cold War anymore, so the treaty can wait. That's basically what they were saying. President Obama and a whole lot of other people have been really going out of their way to explain the significance of the treaty. The New START is not just about reducing nuclear arsenals of both countries by a third and sort of showing an example of non-proliferation to the world, which in itself is very important, but also it's seen as a symbol of trust between the two nuclear superpowers. And Obama made it clear that further cooperation plans with Russia could really go south without this key treaty in place. He stressed how important Russia's assistance is in Afghanistan, how crucial Russia's cooperation was on Iran and other aspects of the U.S.-Russia reset. Obama has been calling for Republican senators to step away for a moment from this overwhelming desire to undermine his presidency and to do what he and a host of other top national security experts believe is right for the country. Well, we'll see how that will play out.